What is up, everybody? Fred Lam here, and welcome to our Daily Huddle episode number 30.
5 questions that you want to know and you want answers to. Tell me what your number 1 question is going to be.
Alright, so the first person to actually comment right into my post on Facebook is Ed Freja. Okay, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. As you guys all know, I am very bad with names. Now, for those of you that are first time joining us today, welcome to our Daily Huddle. Every single day, Monday to Friday, I will be coming on live on a Daily Huddle to answer 5 burning questions. Now, if you have a question that you want me to answer, remember, go to www.fredlam.com/ask right now. And today, I want to touch base on a very important topic, which is knowing your numbers to profit online. If you don't know your numbers, and if you don't know it inside out, I can tell you, you are going to actually put yourself at a big risk. Because if you don't know your number right, then chances are you are going to be spending more money than you need on your ads. And number 2, you are basically not letting data tell you the story. And I'll tell you why that I actually put the topic in this section today in just a minute. Because one of the person that actually submit me a question, it was very obvious that he did not basically look at his number correctly, and it led him to be spending a lot more money than he needs for his ad and to figure out if that product is going to sell or not. So with that, let's dive right into our 5 questions for today, so I can go ahead and cover that topic in just a minute. So the first question is by Juan. Juan said, if one account has been closed by Facebook because of they said I'm breaking the terms, can I still require more ad accounts? What to say when apply the new ad accounts? Thanks. So that's a really good question that you brought out, Juan. And I hate to bring the truth to you, but the reality is that if you got your account suspended, you either have to appeal it or to basically try to get your account back by constantly messaging and emailing Facebook support to explain that why you actually got your account suspended, and basically you say that you'll get it fixed and all those other stuff, or it may be a human error on Facebook's side. Now, this is why in all my videos, especially in my 10-part video training series and also my members area, I keep telling everyone to get a business manager account in Facebook, because before you start advertising, you can actually get a business manager account, and from there, you can actually right away create 3 new ad accounts within one Facebook login. So, knock on wood, if one of your ad account got suspended, well, guess what? You still have 2 more ad accounts that you can actually use, so it doesn't sabotage your business and putting a halt into your business. So that's very, very important. Now, obviously, at times, there are a lot of cases where you can actually appeal with Facebook and get your ad account back. But you gotta have a full explanation and drilling down to the culprit of why you got your account suspended. If you actually don't know why your account got suspended, chances are Facebook is not even going to actually respond to your email because they feel that you have not done your due diligence yet. So if you actually got an ad account suspended, you really have to figure out, okay, what did I violate? Is it a claim? Is it because my landing page does basically it's irrelevant to my ad? Is it because there are something wrong with my ad or some words that I shouldn't be using? You gotta drill that down first before you can actually file an appeal and making sure that you don't basically tolerate or violate their policy again. But again, any one of you that are having a Facebook ad account right now, seriously, get a business manager account, and basically once you have that, you can have like 3 ad accounts right out of the gate under one single login. And most importantly, if you have 2 ad accounts that are active, okay, with ads running maybe $10, $5, or $20 a day, you can actually request Facebook to give you more ad accounts. I have one of my ad account basically in my business manager over 1,000 ad accounts. I basically given the ability to do so. Now here's the thing though, if inside your business manager account, if one of your ad account got suspended, you are not able to create a new ad account. So you want to create as many ad accounts as possible so that when, touch wood, knock on wood, one of them got suspended, you still have a lot more ad accounts for you to use so it doesn't sabotage or jeopardize your business. All right, so that's my answer to you, Huang. Again, I know that it sucks. I know that this may not be the answer that you are looking for. The other thing that you can do is, obviously, it is going to be a risk on your end. It's maybe looking for a friend or a family member's Facebook account and create a new ad account and making sure that you do not violate their policy again. All right, so I hope that helps you out. Melissa said that I have 5 accounts on BM. Great stuff. It's usually 3, 4, or 5. It really depends. It varies from time to time on how many ad accounts you can actually get. I've seen one of my business manager account when they first started, I only have the ability to create 2. Then I've got to request for more. But the thing is, if you are in good standings and if you have active ads running, you can actually contact support at Facebook to actually give you more ad accounts. All right. So the next question is by Jeff Dimmick. Jeff said, "Hi Fred, I launched a new Shopify store several months ago and have been drop shipping some of my products from China using AliExpress. The problem I'm running into is that the long shipping times using e-packet delivery from China to my customer located in the USA. Even when I list the expected delivery times in my product description, my customers still contact me wondering what happened to their orders, and it causes them to be less likely to ever order for me again in the future. Are there other options for sourcing my products from USA-based suppliers that would offer competitive pricing along with faster shipping times? I appreciate your videos and insight. Thank you very much." So the answer to your question, Jeff, is that AliExpress is already the cheapest source when it comes to sourcing products. It really depends also on where your customer are located. If they're located at a remote area, yes, chances are it will take a longer time for people to actually receive the product. Now, I do have to say though, you're not going to get a lot of people asking about where that product is going to be. Maybe you'll get 1 out of 10. Around there. I've seen those. Around 1 out of 10 customers will contact you and say, "Hey, where's my order? I want to find out the tracking status," etc., etc. And as long as you are responsive to every single email inquiry and giving them a tracking number, customers are going to be fine with it, okay? So very, very, very important right out of the gate. Now, if you are really wanting to look for a US supplier, here's the reality. The cost is going to be a lot more, okay? Your margin is going to be a lot more slim than what you can actually make off of AliExpress because you're going straight to the manufacturer and going straight to the source with AliExpress. So now, with US supplier, there are several places that you can look at. One of them is Doba.com. Again, the pricing margin is not as great, but they're all sourced in the United States. Another place that you can look at, now obviously you have to work basically directly with the vendor, communicate with them, and basically create a communication line with them, is wholesalecentral.com. is another place that you can look for a USA supplier. But again, like I said, the margin won't be as great. All right, so it's just some couple quick tips for you. All right, so moving on. Next question is by Timothy Lucros. So this is actually the question that inspired me to actually put in the topic. You gotta know your numbers, okay? So here's this question for me. "Hi Fred, so recently I ran an ad campaign that got around 2.6K views, almost half organic, 90 engagements, 20 link clicks, and 1 sale. At this point, I had spent about $30 to $40 in ads. My question is, when is it time to stop a campaign based on data? Is the data I just gave you good results, or are those bad results? What are some key metrics that you utilize to decide whether to keep running or to kill a campaign? Love the video, keep it up." All right, so Timothy, here's the real deal. I think that you've never actually gone through my 10-part video training series that is absolutely free, okay? Simply go to Google, look for Zero Up Lite, or if you are inside my Starting From Zero community, you'll see a pinned post right at the top of the page, of the Facebook page, and you'll see how you can actually download my 10-part video training series. In there, it will tell you for 4 data points of optimization, which is critical for your products. But here's the thing, based on what you've told me, I can tell you right out of the gate that this is a mediocre ad, and chance for you to actually generate a lot of profit from this ad is going to be slim. And here's the reason why. You got 20 link clicks and you spent around $30 to $40 in ads. So let me take the lower end up front. That means that you spend $30 in an ad to make a sale. Now, I don't know what kind of product you're selling, but I would assume if you have spent $30 to actually do 20 link clicks and have 2.6K views in your ad, then chances are you're actually losing money. So the first data point is going to be the cost per purchase. I'm pretty sure you're losing money with $30 and only having 1 sale right now. Now, the other data point that I will look at is basically right now you've already spent $30 to only acquire 20 link click. So if you take $30 divided by 20 clicks, how much is that? You see, I suck at math. I need to bring out a calculator. $20 divided by 30. So your, sorry, $30. The other way around. $30 divided by 20. So your cost per click is $1.50 right now. So if you want to be in the profit zone, into the black zone and not into the red zone, you need to actually get your cost per click lower than $1.50, okay? The best way is to really get under $1. Now, based on what I'm seeing, since that you were telling me that you're getting half organic views, that means that people are somewhat interested in your product and in your ad. So it may be just the targeting that you wanted to basically test it out. And that's why I have something called the 3x3 targeting or 3x3 Facebook ad method for you to actually test out different ads, different ad and also different targeting, because again, there are 3 variables that will make or break. Number 1 is the product, number 2 is the ad creative, and number 3 is actually the targeting. And based on what I see, if you are getting half organic views from just running your ad, that means that people are interested in your product. You just may not have the targeting right. So you want to basically look into that. Again, here's the important thing. You absolutely need to know your numbers, okay? You need to know what they are. You need to basically figure out if those numbers are going to be sustainable for you and for you to actually generate profit or not. You can basically make a ton of sales, but if you're not making if you don't know your numbers, you don't know what your profits are, you don't know what your profit margins are, you're not going to be in business for long. And I don't like to bring it up, but that is the truth. You need to know how much you're making per order, how much is going into your pocket, how much is going into your ads, so that you basically have a healthy margin in place for you to actually generate profit. Now, you can be breaking even. That is absolutely fine. If you're breaking even, you got to make sure that you have what we call the back-end sales funnel involved so you can actually make all your money back. I know a lot of large companies and to smaller companies that simply just break even on the front product. So basically, the ad, the sale actually covered the cost of goods, it covered the shipping, and it covers the ad costs, and they acquire a customer basically for free, and they make all their money back from simply selling them through emails or other channels that doesn't require them to simply use more ad spend. Okay, very important. So seriously, need to know your numbers, because again, you have all the data points here. $30 ad spend, 20 link click, that's $1.50 cost per click. It's going to be hard for you to actually generate profit from that, and given the fact that you only have 1 sale. Okay, so you want to look at your data, look at your numbers, and it's very, very, very important. Okay, so moving on to the 4th question is by Amy Ivanova. I hope I pronounced your name right, Amy. So Amy said, hey Fred, do you use the Facebook engagement ad for page likes? Would you recommend it for a new starting e-commerce store? Thank you. I've covered this in previous episodes, and the answer is no. We are direct advertisers. Buying likes doesn't mean that it will translate into a sale. What you wanted to do is to make sure that you basically use website conversion ads so that you are actually getting purchases. Because inside your ad, when a person is scrolling through the newsfeed, okay, when they scroll through the newsfeed, they won't know how many page likes or how many followers you absolutely have. All they care about is, what do you have to offer? What's in it for me? And what you wanted to do is to actually monetize it and translate your ad and invest into your ad into profit. You don't want to basically invest into likes, where chances are when you post something organically, it's not going to reach to every single of your followers based on Facebook algorithm. So chances are you're simply just wasting money right out of the gate. Now, however, if you are basically, you're telling me you're brand new, but if you are basically running your business for quite some time, you're building a brand, then you may want to allocate some money on building likes, so people see like, wow, a great social presence, and you can go from there. But the truth is, if you're new to e-com, you're new to all these, there's no need of you spending money on basically getting likes. It's not needed, to be really, really honest with you, okay? So, to the last question. Okay, Roger said, hope you try pronouncing my last name. So I'm going to attempt this, Roger. Even my assistant actually put in she put LOL, good luck. Man, I don't know how you can actually pronounce this last name. And you know what? If you were actually in China or in Hong Kong, and like in an Asian education system, and you got into detention and you have to actually write out your name like 100 times, including your last name, I feel sorry for you. This is a crazy long last name. It looks cool though. The last name is Wolfish Legilston Hausenbergeroff. Alright, I seriously don't know how to pronounce this. Okay, I'm not gonna even attempt this. It's freaking long. You can actually see it. Let me show you guys this. If it actually shows up. This is the last name. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Seriously. I feel so bad, and I know that you even LOL too in my message, because you're hoping I can pronounce it, but I can't. I give up. So, Roger said, I've started watching your videos and find them chock full of nuggets. I don't know what that means. Chock full of nuggets. Thank you. I would assume that you found a lot of golden nuggets. Great. I have a couple questions for you. I was wondering, what is the minimum number target audience you would select when advertising on Facebook? Is 150,000 too low? Secondly, what strategy has helped you make the most money? Selling mostly one-off products / orders, or creating a customer list and selling them and then on selling them in the future? Thank you and keep up the content. So Roger, great question. When it comes to audience size, I typically look for, if it is a brand new product, okay? If it's a brand new product that I've never tested and I'm just trying out right into the market, I test around 300K to 500K, okay? That is around the sweet spot. It can go up to 700K, but less than $1 million. And the reason why is that because you want to drill it down specifically to who will most likely respond to my product, right? You don't want to go in a bigger market right away. You want to basically go small to test out the product if it works or not. Now, you can go lower. Now, in this case, you were saying 150,000. You can go over 150,000, but here's what's going to happen. If you're going after 150,000, what's going to happen is that you will exhaust the audience quite quickly. Because even when Facebook shares with you that there are 150,000 audiences inside the select targeting, you're not going to get all 150,000 because not all 150,000 are active and they're on Facebook every single time. So what you wanted to do is to monitor the frequency of your ad. So you can start with 150,000 and you basically right out the gate, maybe the first week, if you're spending $10 a day, you may not have a high frequency right away. But on the second week, then your frequency will start to increase. And how frequency really works, and this works in all forms of advertising, okay? So frequency is basically standing for how many times have your ad been shown to that specific individual. So let's say if you have a frequency of a 2. Now, when you have a frequency of a 2, it really tells you that, well, at the end of the day, in your audience, in your interest targeting, every single person have seen your ad 2 times already. And if you actually look at your data and compare it back to when it started and until it hit that frequency of 2, you'll see that your cost per click start to increase, your click-through rate start to decrease, and your cost per purchase will increase at the same time. So when that happens, that means that you are already exhausting the audience. Then you gotta basically find another audience and go from there. Again, you can do that if you want to look for a short-term play, make some cash, and move on. But at the end of the day, what I really look at is around 300,000 all the way to 500,000 when I first test a product. Now, if I know a product is working out well, then I would go as high as $1 million plus, okay? $1 million plus, but no more than like 1.5 or 1.6 million, because that's the next scaling route. But again, that's what I look at, and that's the number that I really look at the end of the day. There's no set stone on, okay, what is the absolute minimum? You can go ahead and target 50,000. You can do that if you want. But again, your frequency or your ad exhaustion will just come out very, very, very fast, like super fast. But what that means is that you gotta basically chase the market. You gotta basically create a new ad creative and basically sell the same product or sell a different product that is similar and keep chasing that same market. Because chances are, even if you go after the 50,000 and let's say that every single person actually saw your ad more than once or twice, they're not going to, you're not going to have every 50,000 to buy your product, right? You may have like a 2% click-through rate, and that means that 98% still haven't clicked because they have not been convinced enough to click and buy your product. So you're leaving out 98% of the market so you can chase the market at the same time. And again, I think in one of my Ask Fred Lam show that I was hosting earlier this year, I talked about chasing the market. Go into my YouTube channel, take a look at it. There's a video all about it. But again, there's no set number, okay? There's no set number. But now answering your last question, which is very important, which is what strategy has helped you make the most money? Selling mostly one-off products / order, or creating a customer list and then on selling them in the future? So what I can tell you is that I have my customer retention as high as over 25%. So 1 out of 4 customer actually comes back to keep buying from me. You can actually sell one-off items. And it doesn't matter. You can sell one-off items, but you still need to have a back-end strategy in place because that's where all the money comes in. That's where all the money comes in, okay? Now, here's another thing, though. When it comes to subscription and continuity, okay, which is a completely different animal, and I never really talked about this publicly because there's a lot of things that you gotta basically worry and keep involved inside. Subscription and continuity is going to basically help your company make $1 million a year all the way to $5 million a year and onwards. However, your acquisition of your first customer is always going to be quote-unquote a one-off product because you still have to convince them to actually subscribe and basically buy from you. And when it comes to subscription products, there are a lot of things that, again, you got to worry about. Number one is that majority of stuff off of AliExpress are not subscription products. Now, there are really brilliant and smart people that sells maybe mystery boxes or mystery loot, etc. That may work well. Basically, you have someone sign up for $15 a month, and every single month you send them a men accessory gift because they're buying from men accessory and they get something random for you. So you can look into that. So at the end of the day, again, there's 2 different play. I have basically been playing both, but the subscription model is a lot harder because subscription model are more like for health supplement, things that are going to be recurring, and they're more of basically products that are necessity, and those basically work. But at the end of the day, one-off product still works really, really well. But what is most important and where the money is always going to be at is always at the back, okay? Not a human rear, okay? What I mean by the back is basically the back-end profit, the back-end sales funnel that you have. You find similar products that simply your customer will most likely also buy because they have already expressed interest within your niche, and basically build a relationship with them and start selling them more products down the road. All right. So that's really it for our 5 questions today. So listen, okay, if you want your question to be featured, simply go to www.fredlam.com/ask. Make sure, okay, you submit your question, in full details and only submit one question, okay? People are abusing me right now. They're putting multiple questions in one entry. Seriously, just one question. It'll be best for me and best for everyone. All right? So, other than that, that's all I really have for today. Melissa said that guy's last name is German. I'm pretty sure that guy's last name is German. I have no idea how to pronounce it, and I feel like an idiot not able to pronounce these stuff. I gotta basically take like a class on how to pronounce people's last name. I want to take it one last time. Wolf Ischligostin Hasanberger off. Okay, I guess that's your last name. I made it up. All right, Mr. Wolf. That's what I'll call you, Mr. Wolf. All right, so listen, that's it for today's Study Huddle, okay? Make sure you are here live with us, and I should be on at the same time at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to be making a public announcement about a recent change on Facebook very, very shortly after I drill down to the culprit of the exact details. It has been something that a lot of people are basically comment about in the internet. Everyone is scared about it, but I'm going to basically drill down to the culprit. I have basically some information about it already, but I don't want to make a public statement until I really drill down to the T on this. So make sure you basically stay tuned in my YouTube channel, stay tuned in my Facebook channel, stay tuned in my email, because this update that Facebook had done yesterday makes a drastic difference into a lot of people's businesses. And once I basically got all those information, I will immediately share it with you guys. All right. So other than that, guys, again, if you love this Daily Huddle, let me know right in the comment box what you guys think about today's Daily Huddle. And if you are still not a follower of my Facebook page, make sure you like my Facebook page, then click on the following, see first, so you always see my posts. And if you are on YouTube, and if you're actually not on YouTube, or you are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in 2018, I have some amazing stuff to share with you guys other than just our Daily Huddle. Alright, other than that, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and make sure you keep hustling and keep go, go, go. Alright, I'll see you guys very soon. Bye now.